Hello guys, how are we doing? How are we all doing? Very sorry for the videos anyway, so I was just going to get a call, but anyway, um, welcome back to my channel for League 2, or you know, and let's talk about getting into relationship with girls in my diaries. So I just put MK Dons and Chesterfield to get automatic spots, and third is Notts County. I predicted them to get automatics. Gillingham Gillingham to finish fourth. Salford to finish fifth. Warsaw to finish sixth. And Bromley to surprisingly potentially finish seventh. 8th and 12th. Bristol Rovers to finish 8th. Colchester United to finish 9th. Cambridge United to finish 10th. And Swindon to finish 11th. And Grimsby Town to finish 12th. Then Barnet to... Is that Barnet? Right. Barnet logo. Okay. Let's reset. Yeah, you're right, Barnet. Barnet to finish 13th. Odman to finish 14th. Crawley to finish 15th. Shrewsbury to finish 16th, and Crewe to finish 17th. And relegation scrap, Tamar Rovers to finish 18th, Borough to finish 19th, Fleetwood to finish 20th, Accrington Stanley to finish 21st, Cheltenham to finish 22nd, Cheltenham Town to finish 22nd, and Newport County and Harrogate Town to get relegated. That's my predictions then for League 2 for the 2025-26 season. Right, let's start with an easy one for me right now. So, learning how to get into a relationship with girls. I'm also learning with how to build healthy relationships with girls. First of all, to get a girlfriend, it's important to take time to get to know a girl very well by listening and being general. Being genuine, and building trust. But I would go out on a date, and that's fun. I like to go up north on weekends and enjoying some Liverpool football, games together. When we're going out for a meal on a day, it's important to make sure you have enough money. We look after each other, and don't steal, and avoid going with people we don't know how to stay safe. And let's look at my diaries there. Over the last 5 months, I've done a lot of fun and exciting things like going to the cinema, bowling, exploring Wimbledon, and watching football at the pub. I've been going to the gym twice a week every year and to stay fit. I also enjoy events like the Liverpool Legends game and a night in Newcastle, a day trip to Nottingham, and a special Good Friday meal at Pizza Express in April. I've been on good trips too, like going to the safari, watching the Liverpool parade, visiting Manchester, exploring the Card Empire and Coronation Street experience, and hanging out with mates and watching darts at the pub. I've also met with my social worker to keep things on track. So we've got the World Match Play in 6 days' time, and Luke Humphries starting his defence of his title against Guillaume Van Veen. James Wade will face Joe Cullum, Danny Noppert, Cameron Menzies, Nathan Aspinall, Wessel Nyman. And then on Sunday I'm going to the pub with Tam. So the afternoon session, Danny Noppert, Andrew Gilding. Damon Heta versus Andrew Gilding. Rob Cross, Dirk van Dijvenbode. Peter Wright versus Jermaine Wattimena. Dave Chisnell versus Mike De Decker. And then evening session on Sunday, Gary Anderson versus Luke Woodhouse, Johnny Clayton versus Martin Schindler, Luke Littler versus Ryan Searle, and Stephen Bunting will face Ryan Joyce. And then next Monday, Chris Dobie will face Ricardo Pietrasco, Gerwin Price, Darryl Gurney, and Michael Van Gerwen versus Raymond van Barneveld, and Ross Smith versus Josh Rock. So that's we've got 9 days of the Betfred World Match Play, which take place at the Winter Gardens in Blackpool from July the 19th to the 27th. Humphries, the Visitants, favouritism with Littler, the likes of Gerwin Price, Michael Van Gerwen, Stephen Bunting and Gary Hansen will be out to stop them. But it's going to be interesting, you know. But I think I tipped Gerwin Price to beat Luke Humphries. But once I'm going to be doing my predictions probably on Wednesday or Thursday, then let's see how it goes. Right, and who wins the Phil Taylor Trophy? Phil Taylor has been. Can anyone ever has dominance in one tournament than Phil the Power Taylor? Nadville, Roger Federer, whatever, Darwin Núñez, Wayne Rooney, Steven Gerrard, Raduel Nadal. And I believe Phil Taylor at Blackpool is even more mind-boggling than Nadal at the Roland Garros. Even with Bob Anderson, James Wade, Terry Jenkins, John Park, Peter Manley, Ronnie Baxter, Peter Everson, Ron Harrington, Bob Anderson. Even a great Jockey Wilson was at his prime, and Dennis Priestley, Chris Mason as well. Barry Bates, Gary Mawson, Chris Mason, Adrian Lewis, Colin Osborne, Alan Waller-Little, Mark Hilton, Wayne Jones, Wes Newton, Andy Hamilton, Kevin Painter, Steve Beaton, Simon Whitlock, Barry Bates. The tournaments in which average in excess over 100. So, that's my prediction then. If you look at there, so the World Match Play, Phil Taylor's superhuman statistics and records at Blackpool shows the level of dominance that we'll never see again in darts. Wow. He's dominated from 2 decades, like, you know, over the years. It's just like, you know, quite incredible. So the players are not in the match play, the likes of Michael Smith, Christoph Ratajski, Richie Edhouse, Dimitri Vandenberg and Brandon Dolan. What could Pete Taylor do now? Right. Anyway, so that's my predictions then for League 2 2025-26 and my diaries and getting into relationship into girls. Leave them in the comments below and we'll see you in the next one for the World Match Play predictions and preview for the World Match Play. One of my favourite tournaments of the year. Bye. Good night, everyone.